It's Wednesday, March 5th.
Much has been said over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them.
Wild day in Washington. U.S. President Donald Trump ending the day he started a trade war with his first congressional address since returning to the White House.
Even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do.
Not holding back, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau calling it as he sees it, saying this trade war is a fight for Canada's sovereignty that we cannot back down from.
Donald Trump is a short-sighted man who yields his power just for the sake of it.
From pulling U.S. alcohol off the shelves to not doing business with U.S. firms, provinces also jumping into the trade war.
I'm kind of tightening the belt in many areas until I'm hoping this blows over because it's too ridiculous to be real.
Preparing for price hikes. People are being warned to look out for prices to go up in the wake of the tariffs. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
And good morning. I'm Winston C. in for Kelsey today, and it's Tariff Wednesday. It doesn't sound quite the same as Tariff Tuesday.
The day after.
Yeah.
Let's give a recap of what happened last night. U.S. President Donald Trump ended a chaotic Tuesday with his first joint address to Congress since his return to the White House. And yes, Trump talked tariffs.
If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries.
So President Trump called out Canada, Mexico, the European Union, China, Brazil, and India. President Trump says tariffs will, quote, make America rich again, adding that they won't cause too much disturbance to Americans.
I think Canada made us an excellent offer today, and we're talking to the president.
What do you mean by offer? What do you mean excellent offer? What does that mean?
More work on the border.
Like any
more
specifics?
work on the border. No, lots of details. We're going through it together, and the president's thinking about that. We'll see what we do tomorrow. He's going to come out today.
So U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said Canada has made new offers around border security. He also told Fox Business Network that President Trump will, quote, probably announce a deal to reduce tariffs today. That's what he said. Though he also said he expects the U.S. tariffs to be lowered rather than paused. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the reason behind the Trump tariffs isn't about immigration. It's not about fentanyl. The Prime Minister says it's about making Canada the 51st state.
What he wants is to see a total collapse of the Canadian economy, because that'll make it easier to annex us.
Strong language, right? The Prime Minister is warning this trade war could drag on. It's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt businesses right across North America. But he also says Canada will not back down. The Prime Minister announcing $155 billion worth of counter tariffs against the U.S. Ottawa also says details of its first relief package will be announced soon. Canada will challenge the tariffs through the World Trade Organization to enforce the terms of the North American trade deal President Trump signed, by the way. Opposition leaders agree on the need to defend our country right now.
But I'm here with a message of hope. We will overcome this attack on our economy.
I'm calling on an emergency session of Parliament like we had in the pandemic. What we're witnessing could be worse than the pandemic, and very likely will be worse.
Parliament has been shut down since Prime Minister Trudeau announced his plan to step down in January. Meanwhile, Canada's premiers are also looking for ways to hit back against the U.S. tariffs.
If the Trump administration falls through on any more tariffs, we will immediately apply a 25% surcharge on the electricity we export.
So CTV News has learned U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick gave Ontario Premier Doug Ford a call. The call was described as a tough and aggressive conversation in which Lutnick asked Premier Ford to back down on his counter tariffs. The Ontario Premier said, it's not happening as long as the U.S. tariffs are in place. He's not the only Premier vowing to take action.
I don't know why the president is behaving this way.
We need to keep a cool head obviously all bets are off.
Some provinces are pulling U.S. alcohol off of store shelves. Some provinces are halting the purchase of American products and the signing of contracts with U.S. companies. Ontario has ripped up its $100 million contract with Elon Musk's Starlink. And then there's the energy card. So Ontario has already threatened to cut exports, but that is a step Alberta Premier Danielle Smith is still, she says, not considering. Some Canadian small businesses could be the benefactors in a climate where more people are looking to buy local in the face of Donald Trump's trade war.
Even though it is coming from like a frustrating political climate, it's a really good opportunity just to get to know your local producers. We love to storytell here, so I can tell you more specific things about who's bringing in products and why they're great.
So Halifax's local source market says they're seeing a lot of new faces lately as customers in the city seek out homegrown products. The Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses says they want to see people choose local and shop local whenever possible. Adding, their research shows that around 66% of every dollar spent at a local business stays in that community. Experts are warning Canadians, though, that the cost of your food, the groceries you buy, that's about to go up.
Unfortunately, consumer will be the ones paying the price of those tariffs. And it's true in Canada, it's true in the US. Tariffs never make winners.
Meat, vegetables, fruits are on the long list of American products subject to Canada's 25% counter tariff. Experts also say that the value of the Canadian dollar, however, will determine how expensive imports get.
The consumer will likely see price increases over the next couple of days.
It's the same story south of the border. The CEO of Target spoke on NBC Nightly News Tuesday. So both Target and Best Buy, two of the country's largest retail chains, warn prices will rise after Trump's tariffs on imported goods from Mexico, China, and Canada. Mike Myers has given our country a rallying cry as Canada braces for a pretty long fight.
Lord Michaels, the cast, the crew, you guys have been so nice to me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, guys.
So see what he does there? Elbows up. Besides from wearing that T-shirt, the Canada's Not For Sale T-shirt during the goodbyes on SNL, you can see him mouthing the words elbows up. And this is what's happened as a result. You know, across the country, this means get ready for a fight, obviously. Yeah. Elbows up has since blown up across social media as a call for Canadians to stand together.